I want to start off this video by saying that you do not have to get up early in order to be a successful person. However, if you do want to get up early, this video might be for you because we're going to talk about one of the most common obstacles people experience, snoozing your alarm. And in this video, I'm going to teach you exactly how to stop that behavior. Hi, my name is Dr. Karin Nordin, and I am a PhD level expert in behavior change. So I'm the perfect person to guide you on your journey and help you go from the current you to the next version of you. That's exactly what I do on this channel, so make sure you hit subscribe so you don't miss a video. With that said, let's dive in. 3 quick and easy techniques that you can use to stop snoozing that alarm. Technique number 1 is to create a pivot gap. If you've never heard of a pivot gap before, it's a term that means the period of time that you have in order to change the decision that you're about to make. Let's back up for a second. If you've ever tried to get up earlier before, you've probably heard one classic tried and true technique: put your alarm across the room. And while that is a great start, you're probably here because that doesn't work for you. You get up, you walk to the other side of the room, you turn your alarm off, and you go right back to sleep. The problem is, the way you've been taught to utilize that technique actually isn't helpful because it isn't complete. What you need to do is, yes, put your alarm across the room, but the purpose of that environmental manipulation is simply to give you more time to manipulate your thoughts, to give you a larger gap in order to make a pivot. When you have your alarm next to you, it only takes you 3 seconds to reach over, click the button, turn it off, and go back to bed. But if your alarm is all the way across the room, you extend that period of time from 3 seconds to maybe 10 seconds, maybe 15 seconds, maybe even a whole minute. And during that time, during that pivot gap, you have the chance to change your behavior. And that's where technique number 2 comes in, which is building a thought rebuttal list. The first thing I want you to do is I want you to, tomorrow morning, set your alarm early and put your phone across the room. I want you to spend that minute that it takes you to go turn that alarm off on listening to your own thoughts. What is it that your brain is telling you? Maybe your brain is saying, I'm too tired. Maybe your brain is saying, 5 more minutes won't matter. Maybe your brain is saying, I'm never gonna get up anyway, so I might as well just stay asleep. I don't know. Whatever it is for you, I want you to make a list of the thoughts that your brain is giving you. Then, from a place of clarity later on in the day, I want you to write a rebuttal to those thoughts. A rebuttal is a debate term. Basically, you're making a counter argument. So if your brain says 5 more minutes doesn't matter, I want you to say 5 more minutes does matter because that's the difference between a coffee I love and throwing shit in a cup. Maybe that 5 minutes is the difference between you feeling really good about your makeup and you feeling like it was kind of slapped on your face. I want you to write down a very, very good reason you do want to get up. And I want you to put that in its own list. Then, when you spend that time in that pivot gap, when you have your whole minute that you're taking to walk across the room, you're going to run yourself through those thought rebuttals. So all of a sudden, you're negotiating with your brain during that time instead of just giving in and letting your sleepy brain take over. Speaking of your sleepy brain, let's move on to tip number 3, which is to actually build a morning experience that attracts your morning brain. I want you to think about the sleepy, grumpy, tired, don't want to get up version of you. The last time you tried to create a morning routine, were any of the things in that morning routine actually attractive to that version of you? Or were they just attractive to the version of you that theoretically, hypothetically, wants to meditate and exercise and do deep journaling exercises and do a 17-step skincare routine? Often, when we create morning routines, we create a really idealized version of our morning that is chock full of things that we should do, but not necessarily things that we want to do. Not necessarily things that our morning brain is going to be attracted to. I'll give you an example. When I was in college, I was really struggling to get up in the morning. And I tried every book, every technique out there. I tried to meditate, I tried to exercise, I tried to put butter in my coffee, I tried everything left and right. But it wasn't till I started telling myself that I could watch an episode of my favorite show when I got up, that things actually started to change. I would get up at 5 a.m. I would watch actually half an episode of my favorite show, cuddled in my bed, and then I would slowly ease into the day. When I woke up, it was easy to convince my morning brain, hey, just stay up for 15 minutes, cuddle in your bed, watch an episode of this show. I've had clients who start their morning by playing video games. I've had clients who start their morning by moving to their comforting favorite spot on the couch and sipping a warm cup of tea. Think about something that is going to be attractive to the version of you that is waking up, and I promise your life is going to be a lot better. If you're struggling to design a morning experience that feels authentic and right for you and feels like something that's actually enticing, or if you're a person who really struggles to stick with the routines that you formed originally, I highly recommend that you check out our Meaningful Mornings mini course. It's 5 modules, fairly quick to complete, and it's going to take you through the process of using evidence to build a morning experience that you'll actually love. And no, I don't mention the morning routines of any Silicon Valley CEOs while I'm at it. It's about real people with real chaotic mornings who just want to make them a little bit better. Definitely check it out. I will also tell you, mornings are a great example of something that I call the knowing-doing gap. Basically, you know what to do, why don't you actually do it? If that's a question you've ever asked yourself, you absolutely need to watch this video I did on that very subject. Before you go, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Which of these 3 morning techniques felt the most exciting to you? Which one are you gonna check out? Let me know, and I'll see you in the next video.